Isaiah 64, verses 4 through 6 says this: For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither has the eye seen, O God, beside thee, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him. Thou meetest him that rejoiceth, and work righteousness, those that remember thee in thy ways. Behold, thou art wroth, for we have sinned. In those is continuance, and we shall be saved. Verse 6, But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade like a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. This verse 6 here is important. The word there, filthy rags, is actually referring to almost like a menstrual rag. Okay, sounds disgusting. But this is how God views, okay, our own righteousness. Now, in this interpretation of our own righteousness, this is like rites and prayers and sacrifices and ceremonies and rituals unto God. Our own works, he says, are like filthy rags. They mean nothing. It must be done in faith. So when God calls us out, it's not a works-based salvation. It's not a works-based walk. This is not Islam. This is not Judaism. This is true faith in what God has called forth. God doesn't care. He said, how many times did God say, I don't care for the blood and sacrifices of animals? God wants faith. And you see, in Romans chapter 10, verse 3, For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. Romans 3:20 says, Therefore by the deeds of the law shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. And later in verse 22 it says, Even the righteousness of God, which is by faith in Jesus Christ. So what is the righteousness of God? It's faith in Jesus Christ. Faith, right? We're not doing it out of a mere workspace. We're doing this out of faith. If it's not done in faith, for what does the word say? What does the word of the Lord say? It says, by faith is the only thing that pleases God. If it's not done in faith, it does not please God. Everything you do must be done in faith. I'm not telling you to not pray. I'm not telling you not to do these things for God. No, you should be doing it out of a heart posture, out of faith and out of love and sincerity for God, not out of the basis of your own righteousness, because God calls that like menstrual rags. Our own works of what we do to obtain favor from God, that doesn't work. Only by faith. It's the only thing that pleases him. Trust God. Check this verse out, Isaiah 64, verse 6. Check it out. Let me know what you say. God bless you all.